And the big wait over the announcement of dates for the upcoming high-voltage Lok Sabha polls will end at 5 p.m. today. That's when the Election Commission is all set to hold a press conference. Sources have told India Today that the polls are likely to be held in 7 to 8 phases from mid-April to mid-May. In Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the polls will be conducted in 5 to 6 phases. Remember, as soon as the election dates are announced, a moral code of conduct will come into force. Omar Abdullah is one of the first politicians to react to the news of that press conference scheduled for this evening. He said, and I quote, "The wait ends is done. The BJP's taxpayer-funded campaign spree. Bring on the dates and let's fight the good fight," unquote. Even amid heightened tension along the India-Pakistan border, simultaneous assembly polls could be held in Jammu and Kashmir after the state assembly was dissolved in November last year.
In 2009, I announced it on the 2nd, I think, of March. In 2014, I think it was announced on the 5th of March. No, not particularly late, because the Election Commission it determines the timing also for the number of central forces and other bandobast arrangements in place, how many phases they're planning. So we'll get to know this evening.
Sardesai joining me on the phone line. Rajdeep, we're expecting a 7 to 8 phase poll. What more can you tell us while we await official news from the Election Commission this evening?
Vedika, I think we have to go by past practice, and the past practice and the most recent example that we have is the elections of 2014, which were actually over 9 phases. And if Jammu and Kashmir holds assembly and general elections together, then it is possible that even in 2019 we will have as much as a 9-phase poll as we had then, because Jammu and Kashmir presents the major security challenge at the moment for the Election Commission. What we do know is that the polls are expected to start in the 2nd week of April and go on till at least the 2nd to the 3rd week of May. Virtually the same period as was the case in 2014. Remember also that there are state elections to be held in Andhra Pradesh, in Odisha, in Arunachal Pradesh. So the Election Commission has a massive task on hand. What we are being told is that many of the single-phase states like Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, these could go in the earlier half of the elections, and those which are the more difficult ones to hold in a single phase and require a multi-phase poll like Bengal, like Bihar, like Uttar Pradesh, and Jammu and Kashmir and Chhattisgarh will go over multiple phases. So I don't think there will be any dramatic change or shift from what was the pattern in 2014. But clearly the Election Commission, because of Jammu and Kashmir, has perhaps an even bigger challenge this time than they had 5 years ago.
Rajiv, also a word on what would you say are the biggest challenges that the present government faces ahead of the next Lok Sabha polls?
I think the fact is that 2014, Mr. Modi and the BJP were the challenger. The election took place in a mood of despondency, high inflation, low growth, and the Manmohan Singh government by the end had been extremely hobbled and was ripe in a sense for the plucking. And Mr. Modi as the challenger was able to achieve that. This time he's the incumbent. This time he has to campaign on his record of the last 5 years. And therefore, traditionally, anti-incumbency does set in, and many governments have faced that in recent times. Mr. Modi will be hoping to overcome that, and that is why he needs to shape his own narrative, as he's been attempting to do now, using both Pulwama and the airstrikes to push a muscular nationalism before the voter, as well as claim that his track record over the last 5 years is superior to that of the Congress over the previous 5 years. So I think Mr. Modi will remain the central figure in this election campaign. He is the great polarizer in a way, and one of the challenges, I think, for the BJP is that while in 2014 they maxed the seats in North and Western India, this time that won't be easy, and therefore they will need seats from other parts of the country, especially the eastern corner of the country, to compensate for any losses in Northern and Western India. Having said all this, I think the key really is Uttar Pradesh, where we've seen a major shift in alliances with the SP-BSP coming together, and therefore the real battleground of 2019 will be Uttar Pradesh, and the road to Delhi will almost certainly this time lead through Lucknow. If the BJP can do reasonably well in Uttar Pradesh, they will believe that they are in pole position to get re-elected.
You've also word on the Congress president. It is going to be a test for him as well in the 2019 Lok Sabha poll, as well for his sister, and the acceptability factor for Priyanka Gandhi in UP.
Absolutely. In 2014, Rahul Gandhi was not seen as an experienced politician. He was still seen as someone who was untested. 5 years later, Rahul Gandhi now is the Congress president, which he was not 5 years ago, and therefore is expected now to be to shoulder the responsibility and also to be held accountable. In 2014, the Congress was down to an all-time low of 44 seats, so they can only really go up. The question is, can the Congress at least cross 3 figures and thereby become some kind of a magnet for a potential anti-BJP coalition after the elections? And it's not just Rahul Gandhi, it's also his sister Priyanka Gandhi, who 3 weeks ago announced her entry into politics, but has since post-Pulwama almost disappeared from the political scene. And we don't know what role Priyanka Gandhi will actually play. I think the bigger role and the greater focus will be on regional leaders. I think if there is any real challenge which is being offered in 2019 to the dominance of the BJP, it's coming in many states from regional parties. Be it Mamata Banerjee in Bengal, be it Mayawati and Akhilesh in Uttar Pradesh, and be it the southern satraps where the BJP is struggling to make an impact. So I think this election will be seen by the opposition as an election where if they can effectively localize it and make it about 543 battles, we may have half a chance. The BJP and Mr. Modi will be seeking to make this much more of a presidential national election where people are asked to vote for who is the leader you want for the next 5 years.
Rajdeep, the challenge also that the Mahagathbandhan faces is the fact that there doesn't seem to be a common minimum understanding that they have reached yet, because Rahul Gandhi also seems busy getting together state-specific electoral arrangements as we speak, along with other parties doing the same.
That's right. And I think what's happened, Vedika, is that they've been partly successful in this. We've just heard about an alliance that has been struck in Bengal between the Congress and the left. They've done a reasonably broad alliance in Jharkhand and in Maharashtra. But in the key state of Uttar Pradesh, they've been unable to work out the Mahagathbandhan. Even in a state like Delhi and in neighboring states like Haryana and Punjab, the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party have not been able to come together on a common platform. Interestingly, the BJP has pushed ahead with its own alliances, especially in Maharashtra with the Shiv Sena and in Tamil Nadu with the AIDMK. So I think there is a battle for alliances which will take place, and there will be state-specific issues which will come up as the election goes along. But I think the BJP remains in pole position quite simply because it has a huge psychological advantage from the virtue that even with 31% of the vote in 2014, they were able to get 282 seats. So even if they decline slightly, they will still hope to be ahead of any potential rivals for the status of a single largest party. So I think the BJP's primary goal is to retain that position as a single largest party and hope to cross at least 200 seats, which makes them which gives them the pole position to form the next government.
Rajiv Sardesai, thanks for joining me at the top of this bulletin. Well, we're also going to go to all our reporters, but before that, here's a look at the political comments coming in from different parties on the announcement of the poll dates.
It is for the Honorable Election Commission to decide whatever are the dates when it has to be announced. Whenever they are announced, the BJP is always going to be ready for that. As far as we are concerned, in the sterling leadership of Narendra Modi ji, who as Prime Minister has served, as Pradhan Sevak has served the country, the organization is ready to face the elections, and we look forward and hope that the people of India will give their blessings for Modi ji to serve the country again for another 5 years.
Just to try and get the mood of the nation from the people on the streets of the country, as well as from our political correspondents from across the nation at this hour. Manjeet Sehgal is joining me live from Chandigarh. Paulami Saha joins me live from the newsroom. Nilanshu Shukla is joining me live from Lucknow. Mustafa Sheikh joins me live from Mumbai. Shalini Lobo is joining me live from Chennai. Coming up first will be Paulami. Paulami, a quick word on the BJP as we speak. We've seen a lot of key issues being raised by the opposition against the BJP in the last few weeks, especially after the Pulwama attacks. They're questioning the IAF strikes, whether they really hit the targets. Then you have the Nirav Modi issue. Let's just take a look at what the BJP faces as far as firefighting over these issues is concerned.
Well, as far as the opposition is concerned, they're going back to the issues which they had raised earlier, be it the Congress with Rafale, be it jobs and unemployment, and of course farmer distress. Now, these are going to be the primary issues that these parties, primarily the Congress, are going to take to the people, because they believe that this is what they can hit the BJP with. The BJP, though, of course, is going to play on the nationalism prospect and the national security prospect as well, because post-Pulwama and post-February 26th, when India conducted the aerial strikes on Pakistan-based terror camps in Balakot, BJP believes that the response, the feedback from the ground, from the grassroots, is very positive, because that is what the BJP is now, in fact, using as a narrative as well. To every rally that the Prime Minister has addressed, every speech that he's made in the aftermath of Balakot, if you've noticed, he's bringing up the Pulwama issue. He's even linked the Rafale issue to the Pulwama issue as well, and to Balakot as well. He spoke about that at the India Today conclave itself, saying if we had the Rafale jet and there were not so many allegations and constant delays being thrown into the spanner, then clearly we could have done better in terms of targeting, Pakistan-based terror camps. So that is the narrative that the BJP is going to, for the moment, stick with, because they do feel that there has been a push in their numbers, in the feedback, in the positive feedback that they're getting since February 26th and Balakot.
Paulami, do stay with me. I'm also going to go across to Nilanshu Shukla, who's joining me live from Lucknow. Nilanshu, my question starts with a cliche that the road to Delhi is through Uttar Pradesh, as we all know. We've seen massive realignments politically taking place. How much is it going to be a challenge for Yogi Adityanath to see the Bua and Bhatija come together? Only time will tell, but what are your sources telling you more about this on the ground?
Vidika, you are absolutely right. The road to Delhi goes from Uttar Pradesh, and we saw in the 2014 elections BJP winning 71 out of 80 seats and comfortably getting the majority to make the government in the center. This time the equation is completely different, because the two bitter enemies, Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party, they have ended their rivalry. They have come together and they are banking on the caste arithmetic. Their focus is to get the caste arithmetic right. This is what Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati have been saying. This time we have seen Priyanka Gandhi entering the politics and trying to revamp her party in Uttar Pradesh. How much it is going to work is still yet to be seen, because Priyanka Gandhi had only come here for 4 days. She held marathon meetings, and there have been reports that she is going to come again, but so far there is no clarity on when she is going to come. So clearly the BJP is confident. The BJP is saying that they are going to get more than 74 seats this time. The BJP leaders are very much confident. If we speak about the Yogi Adityanath government, the Yogi Adityanath government in Uttar Pradesh have only concentrated on implementing the schemes of the Narendra Modi government, be it the Saubhagya Yojana, be it Ujjwala Yojana, be it construction of toilets. However, the government has also faced a lot of flack for over-concentrating on issues like cow protection, and also a lot of questions have been raised on the encounters that have been carried in Uttar Pradesh. But certainly the Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party alliance could be a game changer. We have also seen Shipal Yadav, the estranged uncle of Akhilesh Yadav, forming his own political party to dent Akhilesh. He is also in touch with Congress for the alliance. So this time the elections are going to be very interesting. We are also hearing about backdoor talks between Samajwadi Party, Bahujan Samaj Party and Congress, because the SP and BSP leaders feel that if the Congress is able to revamp its organization in Uttar Pradesh, it is going to dent the votes of Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party, which they don't want. So there are also backdoor negotiations between the top leaders of the Congress party with SP and BSP.
Right, do stay with me. I'm going to go across to Mustafa Sheikh, who joins me live from Mumbai. Mustafa, the attempt of the BJP has been to keep its old allies solid ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, even if it's taken them to give more seats than they usually do to the Shiv Sena.
Well, of course, that has happened and it will be helping because after Uttar Pradesh, if you see that Maharashtra has 48 Lok Sabha seats, which is the highest after Uttar Pradesh. And in Uttar Pradesh, there is a three-way fight, as it looks like, with SP, BSP coming to the Congress and BJP. But in Maharashtra, the situation seems as of now two-way, the Congress and BJP Shiv Sena. The BJP Shiv Sena have a government here. They have decided on the seat-sharing agreement. It seems like other parties who are not in favor of the current government will be siding with the Congress. So it's a clear two-way fight as of now, though the candidates are yet to be announced and the seat sharing things have yet to be finalized. But at this point of time, it seems that with anti-incumbency, the BJP will be going and Congress will be trying to root it out. This Maharashtra Lok Sabha seats will be important for both the parties, for the Congress and for BJP, and it would be interesting to see what the voters feel and what they have, because in November the assembly polls are also coming up. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis is trying to open up the metro, which will help Mumbaikas. So
Yes.
the urban voters plus the rural voters and the caste divide, all
Right.
three things, there are different dynamics, and only as the days come sooner to the election will know which way the people are going. Back to you.
Right. Also, a word from Chennai, Shalini Lobo standing by. Shalini, we have a new alignments also. All right, I believe we've lost Shalini Lobo for the moment. Manjeet also joining us live, as well as Ashutosh. Ashutosh, I'm going to come to you first. You're reporting from the national capital. We've been waiting, we've been hearing of talks between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. Of course, there has been, pressure on both parties, especially the Aam Aadmi Party, to keep differences aside for the moment, because there's an anti-Modi bloc they want to create in all states to ensure that this is a possible fight between the Mahagathbandhan and the BJP in 2019 Lok Sabha polls. But as of now, no word on whether we're going to see Arvind Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi joining hands.
Well, this has a perspective, Vedika. We have
Yes.
to understand, because all the regional parties in the last 5 years have come to the conclusion that if there is a two-way fight, that can actually defeat BJP in 2019. But if there is a triangular fight, be it any state, that will certainly benefit BJP because it has its cadre and voter intact. But remember, all these political parties in several deliberations at different occasions, they have calculated that how the votes were divided in different parties. And if you have seen the arch rivals coming together, be it in Uttar Pradesh, be it in Bihar earlier, and then all the regional parties are coming together, forming an alliance. The formula similarly comes here in Delhi as well. The BJP has its vote share from 30 to 35%. Similarly, the Congress vote share has been reduced from 2013, and that has completely been transferred to the Aam Aadmi Party. So if AAP and Congress contest separately, this will certainly benefit BJP. But that's why the probably pressure that we are seeing perhaps coming from Mamata Banerjee, Chandrababu Naidu, Farooq Abdullah, and several meetings that happened in the past, that how Congress and Aam Aadmi Party should keep aside their differences and come together. If their voting percentage is intact, the BJP, which is also facing some gravity of anti-incumbency against the local member of parliament, those who were, many of them allegedly have been invisible in their areas, they have not been seen. And then the local anti-incumbency plus the vote consolidation of Aam Aadmi Party and Congress. If that comes together,
Yes.
the 7 seats likely BJP to lose. And that's the formula we are seeing being adopted in every state. The vote consolidates of the arch rivals, the caste chemistry, that will give a BJP a big hit for 2019.
Yes.
But yet there has been no consensus between AAP and, because remember last time what we heard Sheila Dikshit saying, that the local leadership told the Congress President Rahul Gandhi that they are not in consensus, not in agreement with joining hands with Aam Aadmi Party. However, we have also seen Sonia Gandhi meeting Sheila Dikshit. The doors always open. The window is always open, because yet again the local players from Bengal, Andhra Pradesh and the different states will come together and push for this alliance. But so far, there is a big no from the Congress, and there will be a triangular fight as far as the national capital is concerned.
All right, Manjeet Sehgal's also been standing by very patiently. He joins us live from Chandigarh. Manjeet, three-way fight as far as Punjab is concerned?
Vedika, can you please repeat your question?
Manjeet, it's going to be a three-way fight for Punjab?
Well, Vedika, not this time, because Aam Aadmi Party has lost much of its interest among the voters. If we take into consideration the by-elections or the Panchayat elections, even the local bodies elections, Congress was top scorer, followed by the BJP and Akali Dal alliance, and some of the Aam Aadmi Party candidates even lost their reserves. So this time, this will be a clear fight between the Akali Dal and the BJP alliance and Congress in Punjab. But so far as the promises made by Captain Amarinder Singh government during the last assembly elections, some of them have not been fulfilled. So there is a lot of resentment among the voters as well. But the Akali Dal may not be winning the elections, the 6 seats this time. It will be difficult for the alliance to keep the 6 tally, because there were some issues, including the desecration issue, desecration of holy books,
yes,
in which the Akali Dal has been indicted by the report. So these local issues are likely to impact the Punjab. And if we talk about Haryana, Vedika, there are 10 seats, and out of 10 seats, 8 were won by the BJP last time, as there was a Modi Bay. But this time, it will be difficult for the Manohar Lal Khattar government to retain all the seats, as some of the candidates who had joined from Congress have refused to contest the election. So BJP will have to fight the right candidates to retain these seats. And if you talk about Chandigarh, there is 1 seat. Last time, the contest on this seat was very interesting, as some film stars, including Gulpana, Kiran Kher, and others were in the fray. But this time, Aam Aadmi Party has trusted a local political leader, and there are other leaders. So we will not be seeing any star candidate this time. So this fight will be between BJP and Akali Dal and BJP alliance and Congress.
All right.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.